Hi everyone, this is Tammy at Snowstorm Crafts, and today I want to show you guys 3 easy ways to make tags to go into your junk journals. So if you could please subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and you guys can see my next video when I post it. Like, comment, and share, and let's go together. All right. So what we're going to need here is, for the base, is just some manila envelopes or manila folders. So these are just avocado dyed and some stencil with RIT dye and stuff. So it doesn't, just whatever you have, just any kind of cardstock or anything like that. Scrapbook paper, that works good too. Some eyelets, and this is a crocodile to put the eyelets in, and I'll tell you about that when we use it. A cutter, which is nice, or scissors. So those are good. Some stamps to play with. Some inks, and just some stuff to add on things. So just some decals, just some cutouts that you have, just some fun little flowery lacy things. Those are fun. A pencil, a ruler, some more stamps, some words. Words are good. Just words are good. And something to glue on. So I just have this, just a old magazine to glue on, which is nice. Oh, and of course, a glue stick. And either some art glitter glue, which works great, or some Fabrifix. So those are good glues. Okay, so let's get started. So that's, I'm sure I'm gonna bring way more stuff in too. Like, I mean, I even have buttons. I just couldn't fit it all in here. Okay, so let's do this. So what I'm gonna do is just grab my scraps, and this is just some scraps, and we're gonna be using some scrap materials to put on it, and I'm gonna show you 3 different ways, 3 different materials you can put on it. Let's just go ahead and go with a pencil here. I'm just gonna do 3 wide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's go 6 tall. Make some big ones here. So I hope you guys are having a crafty day today and looking through your craft supplies and seeing what you got to do some tags for today. Okay, I'm just gonna cut that to size. And I'm just gonna cut this part off here. Yeah, so we got some snow here in Oregon. We're in the valley and got some snow. So I woke up to a little bit of snow today and it's kind of fun. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just cut a tip off here, a little triangle, and then take that triangle and move it to the other side like that. Our corner is kind of weird, so I'm gonna make it happen. Like that, just line it up. And then do a snip. And then if you don't like the way it turned out, you can always just snip the top off a little bit. Because I always seem to make them pointier than I want. So I mean, that looks good to me. So they're all a little unique and a little different. They're handmade, you know? You can't go wrong. All right, get my glue station. So the first thing we're gonna work with today is fabric. So I'm gonna take fabric and we're gonna just do like a collage of fabric on it. So I got all this to play with. And what works well with that is the Fabrifix glue. And let me go get my little other container and I'll show you. All right, so I got my glue. And I use the Fabrifix in my Sweet Sugar Bell piping container, icing container. And I just got it off Amazon. And I just keep it in here. And it's got a great tip on it and everything. So this is perfect to just glue fabric with too. So what I'm gonna do is just glue. Get some glue down. Okay, so I'm just getting it all gluey. All gluey. And then just taking some fabrics I want to use. And doing some glue downs. Okay, let's see. And I'm just kind of going to layer it up. Like that. And if you notice when you're putting the fabric on that the glue is seeping through, you can rub it with your finger just to kind of make it so it won't pull up and make, you know, little glue splotches all over coming through the fabric. Okay, let's see here. So let's just do that. And you could just snip it and rip it. Snip and rip. And then save all these little threads because they're great to make clusters, which I will show you guys in a minute. And we'll do one for the top of this tag. But I figured this is just some fun fall colors here. And I'm just overlapping. Let's see. I like this one. So I just take it and kind of pull and fray it. Just gives it a cool look to it. I'll size it up. And sometimes it depends on which way the fibers are going on the material. If it's going to rip for you easily, like that one worked, but sometimes it doesn't, and you could just do a snip and then just pull like that. You know, just snip it with your scissors and then just go like this and it'll fray the edges for you. Like that. And if you got ones that won't keep going, you just kind of just snip them. Oh yeah. Okay, and I'm liking the overlapped look. So just put a little bit of glue. Like that. There we go. And just turn it over, give it a good press. Make sure everything's where you want it. And then I'm just going to cut the fabric off. And just make sure you have some sort of like fabric scissors or, you know, something like that. It's just easier to cut the fabric. Like I definitely have fabric scissors, and then I have my paper scissors that get all gluey and, you know, it doesn't matter what happens to them. But not my fabric scissors. I tell everybody, do not touch my fabric scissors. No. Fabric only. And then sometimes I accidentally grab them and use them on paper, and I'm like, dang it. Dang it. Okay, so there we go. So that's a fun little quick idea. And then for the topper, what I want to do is the leftover threads from like, or the leftover fabric pieces or threads or, you know, anything like that. And you can go ahead and just keep fraying the sides and just kind of do that if you want to. But I'm just going to grab out just some threads like this. Okay. Just kind of get a little rat's nest here, and then we can use what we had that we took out of our fabric today. Okay. And take a little button. And what I want to do is just kind of ball it up however you want it. Like this. And we can just take our, you can either glue it or take your stapler. I'm just going to do it like this. Or if you want, you can have some hanging. So just however you want to play with it. I mean, there's many, many ways you can do this. So like if you wanted some stuff hanging here, you can do that. There we go. And then just do, I'm just gonna do a crisscross. Okay. And, oh, I did bring my needles in. You never know with me. Go chase them down. Okay. And yellow might be a little much. There we go. This is just like a tan thread. And I'm just gonna tie the bottom here. And you can stick it right on top. And I'm just gonna go ahead and just sew it right through. Or you can just take it, because you just really want the thread effect. And you could do thicker thread too, which here, let me find something a little thicker. Might work better. Let's do this one. This will work. This is just like a cotton, or I mean, yeah, it's like a cord, crochet cord. It's like cotton, like a cottony kind of thread. Okay, so let's, yeah, that's too thin. Let's do something thicker, and then you can see it. Okay. And you don't even need to tie a knot at the end. I'll show you. Just make sure you keep enough. That, because we're going to glue the back anyway, and then you can just make sure it's down, fold it over, and just do a roundabout sew. Just keep kind of sewing it until you get as many as you want, as thick as you want on the front. Okay. And I'm just going to snip it and do some glue here. And then the glue will make it so the thread doesn't go back through. So just give it a good close-up snip, then stick it on there. There you go. Voila. So that is the fabric. That's how you do a fabric one. Little tag. And the next one I want to show you guys is paper. Everybody loves paper. Okay. And I'm just going to use this one. And we're going to do the same thing here. So let's get it measured out. So I'm just going to do the same measurements as the other one. All right, so we got our tag here. Let's see, what do I want on the, I'll just keep that on the back. Make sure you guys can see. Okay. So I just got scrap paper. Just a pile of scrap paper. And for paper, I like to use the Scott Create glue stick. Works great. And we're just gonna get our glue mat here, our little magazine, and just do some gluing. Okay, I'm just getting it all glued. And just whatever you can find, just, you know, this is like a word puzzle. You can just do some tearing, like that. Is fun. I'm gonna go up to the top and then just have a word up there. Or you could do these, you know, however you want to do them. You can start top, bottom, middle, any way you want to. You can ink along the way if you want. This is just vintage photo. And I got some corrugated cardboard here. Okay, why not? Throw some of that on there. And then even some little papers we could put on top here. I got some cuts. Just from the journal that I made. It's just some extra cuts, end cuts. So I like the tear look here. So you can just do a little bit of inking on it. I just don't want my glue to dry here. Okay, and why not? Okay, just like that. And you know, I'm using avocado dyed paper, onion dyed paper. I'll put the link down below to show you guys how I avocado and onion dye and stuff. And I also do that with my fabrics. Oh, I didn't ink this. Just do a little inking. Okay. So there we go. And I think this, I throw this one in here, little pattern paper. I think that'd be kind of fun. Just kind of put it in wherever we can find. What did I do? Oh my gosh, I buried my glue stick. Put down whatever interests you, any old thing. Okay. So let's go ahead and just trim it up. Okay. Trimming. Okay. And keep some of these scraps because we always can use scraps. Okay, those are too small. So there we go. And now, I mean, you could go around and touch up your glue job here. Let's make sure everything's glued. And I don't mind it sticking up like that on these ends. That kind of just gives it a little character. And I like character. So yeah. Now we can go ahead and ink. Okay. And what do we want to do for a little topper? Here, we got a little paper here. Do just a little quick, just fun little collage. You can always do that for a topper. And just any old paper you got that you want to use. So let's do that. And this one. Okay, like that. Take your stapler. And I have a video on making more detailed collages, and I tell you how to do 3 different fun ways, and I will put the link down below so you guys can come check that out. And now to cover the staple, I can do a little just decal on the top here. Just something to kind of cover up the, or you could just glue another piece of pretty paper on top. Just whatever you got will work. And I'll go ahead and use the Fabrifix for this part. So then that just hides the staple right there. There we go. And then glue it down. Yeah, we'll do it like that. And you got yourselves a topper. So there we go. So there's paper. We got fabric and we got paper. And then the next one I want to do is lace. All right, so got our lace here. Got a tag already ready. And here we go. So now for this one, I'm gonna go ahead and use my Fabrifix because it does great for fabric to paper. Okay. And let's see, what do we want to start with? And I have avocado dyed some of these, and Rit dyed, which is my, this is Rit dye, and it's a liquid form, and it's all different colors you can get. And I use it for my banner flags in my Etsy shop that I make, and my rainbow gift bags that I make. They're like the stretchy Lycra little rainbow gift bags. I got different sizes. So if you guys want to come check those out, they're cool. But yeah, so that's what I use to dye some different fabrics and stuff too, is my Rit dyes. Okay, let's see, where do we want to start? So start at the bottom here. And you can do this however you want. So I'm just going to get it glued. I'm just kind of spreading it around a little. Okay. And you can see through it, so I mean, that's kind of fun. And we'll go ahead and throw one of these on there. Which way? So I'm just kind of just doing the same concept, just stacking them up. Just kind of sticking with the same format here. This is kind of fun. And I figure if you're, you know, you're new to junk journaling or a beginner, this will just be a great, easy, just quick way to learn how to do different collaging techniques with different kind of materials and stuff. So that's kind of fun. Let's go ahead and do this. All right. And let's see. We can keep kind of going back and forth here. So I really like this one. It goes this way. Okay. See, I'm just stacking it up. You know, just kind of just stand back, look at your project and go, what does that need? Or just kind of grab things and just slap it together and see how it turns out. Because I think those are the best ways to do things. Because, you know, you can surprise yourself. Just kind of, this is just like meditative. You just kind of sitting and just gluing some fabrics together, gluing some paper together, you know, and just kind of seeing where it takes you. I think you could surprise yourself. Okay, let's see. Oh, no. Okay. There we go. I like how you can see the little ruffle underneath it there. The little ruffles. Okay, and what if we just ruffle it at the top? Yeah. A little ruffle at the top. That turned out pretty, huh? I like that. Sometimes you just never know until you get it together. Okay, we're just going to do a trim around. So that's why I don't really worry about it as I'm gluing it down, because you'll drive yourself crazy. And then just kind of just trim it. Just take your scissors and give it a trim. I'm going to let that hang off the bottom. Okay, and these will make great clusters, so I will keep those. Yep, those are great. Okay, and now if you want to, you could just take some ink around, and you can even grunge up the material, all the little laces. And I'm still doing the vintage photo. And just see how it kind of just grunges everything up there. All right. Just getting the edges around. There we go. Yeah, you can really see it. Okay. There, that's cool. I really like that. Now with this one, I want to do my crocodile, which is an eyelet setter and hole punchers. It's got 1/8 inch hole punch here, and then it's got the 3/16 hole punch on this side. And then this is the eyelet setter that flattens the eyelet, and I'll show you. And these are the eyelets. Make sure I open it the right way. And I just got it on Amazon. I just, you know, typed in crocodile, and it's CROPADILE. So it's not crocodile. It's crop with a P. Because I remember the first video I saw when somebody said that, and I'm like, weird name. That's weird. Why would they call it a crocodile? Okay. So I'm going to do the 3/16. And we'll pop it through here. And it doesn't go through fabric too well, but it gets it through enough where you can just take your scissors and go like that with it. And my eyelets are a little too big, so I always have to make it a little wider. For some reason, I ordered 3/16, and you never know. And they're just a little too big. So I have to make a bigger hole to get it through. And there we go. And you just set it through there. And stick the end out, the other side. And then you take your pokey part and go through the top. And then the flat disc part through the bottom and squeeze. And that easy. There you go. You have set an eyelet. Okay, and then we're gonna just stick with the theme here and do some lace. Throw in a little different color for funsies. Okay. And, oh, here's another way to do it too. You just go like this. Fold it in half. Pop it through. Get it through the circle. And then put it through. There we go, jeez. There. So then you just go like that. And there you go. You got yourself a little topper. So this is the lace. So that's the way you could do it with lace. Now, if you guys want to see how to do some extra additive stuff, I can show you real quick. So we got our fabric, we got our paper, and we got our lace. So now, we could do some stamping. That's fun. And we got black soot. So let's just incorporate some stamping throughout. Okay. And this is just little butterflies. So I'm just gonna do some stamping. And you could do stamping on material too. So, you know what? I should definitely have this down because I might make a mess. I may make a mess. Okay, and I like my big butterfly. So let's try this on some fabric and see what we get. So I'm thinking just a butterfly wing right here. I'll just kind of hold it down for a second and pull it up. There you go. So it just kind of gives it a different little pattern going through it. Yeah, so that's fun. So you can stamp on fabric. And definitely stamp on paper. And I don't know, I mean, you can stamp on lace, but I really like the way this is looking. And what else we got? We got some fall leaves. So I mean, just kind of, just put wherever you want stuff. Just gives it a little decorative background. Okay. Oh yeah, I had this one too. This is just a Tim Holtz, just a little stamp, just script stuff. So I'm gonna do the birds. Maybe pop those down. Just to do a little bird on it. Can't really see it. But that's, you know, it just kind of gives it a background texture. So, I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know. Like, you can see that on the background. So, that's kind of fun. So, stamping is definitely something you can do. Okay. And words. So, we got another Tim Holtz little word here. And let's just find one real quick. So he's got fun little things. Let's just do artworks. And you can ink it up, grunge it up, and I'm gonna stick it, let's just stick it right there. There we go. So words, adding words are great, for sure. And we inked, and sewing is the next thing I wanted to show you guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and do some sewing. Let's do it on the fabric one. I'll do some sewing around and show you guys the end result. Okay, so I just did a little bit of sewing just around the edges here, just a zigzag stitch all the way around. And you can keep the threads going a little longer if you want. And then the last thing I wanted to show you guys is gesso, or you can paint, or anything like that added on is a fun texture. So I got some gesso here, and I'm just gonna get a little bit on my finger. Okay, just a little bit here. And the fun thing is you can just kind of just go around. Maybe do this before you stamp, would probably work too. Or you can work it around the stamp. You can even put it in the stamp here, like that. So however you want to do it. I mean, just take some, like, it kind of just adds a little bit of something, you know, like, just gives us a little bit more texture throughout. Do some up here. Yeah, so it just kind of gives it just a more of an artistic feel to it. Yeah, let's just, there we go. And it doesn't have to be heavy-handed or anything, or just however you want to do it. But I think that turns out really cute. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Here, I just got more on my hand. So we'll use it. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video and found it informational. And we did 3 different tags. I think they're great. I think they turned out beautiful, and every one of yours will turn out beautiful. You just need to just start putting them together and see how they turn out. So please, if you did like this video, hit the like button and comment down below. It really helps my channel out and helps us grow together. And keep on crafting, guys.